God is not the punisher. He is in fact the protector. So you should seek His guidance, that your power to create your life is coming from your power to focus. Things will change. You have come here to give, to forgive, to love and to heal, to not give up. Why do bad things happen to good people? Why do good people have to suffer? Is God not watching? Is there nothing He can do to help them? Why is it that people sometimes get away with their wrong behavior and deeds, while some people who are genuinely very nice end up really undergoing a lot of pain and suffering in their life? Maybe these questions have crossed your mind sometime. Perhaps you've seen a loved one suffer and you've been wondering, why hasn't God intervened? Because perhaps you know how the person is, so you have a lot of compassion and respect for the person. And you're thinking, hey, isn't God recording all the good? If He can't help this person be relieved of this pain and this suffering, then what is the point of doing good deeds? Why do I take the right actions if these right actions can't change my life? Well, I'm going to discuss some very important key points to answer these questions in this video, so please make sure you're watching it right up to the end. Firstly, do bad things really happen to good people? Well, I think the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what is your definition of good and bad? You see, our scriptures, all metaphysical texts tell us there is no right, there is no wrong, there is no good, there is no bad. It's always your perception. However, we do consider some behavior to be right and some behavior to be wrong in terms of how it makes another person feel, right? So when I do something simply out of selfishness and I do not think of the consequence it can have on someone, then that kind of behavior is not something in line with my conscience. So really, it's all about acting out of your conscience, because your conscience is your superconscious mind. It's your spirit guiding you. So a lot of times what you consider to be really a sin, a problem, or even a suffering is only your perception. Maybe that is an opportunity for the person to break free from their past karmic patterns and cycles and to actually experience much more happiness and joy in their life. I'll give you an example. Supposing something happened and you lost your job. Now this job is something you were dependent on and you don't have anything else in your hands. Life is tough, you have ends to meet and there is no other means for you. Your family is dependent on you and you're wondering, why did this happen to me? I was so committed to my job. I really loved my job. I gave my best. Why did this happen to me? Why did I have to go through this? Sometimes it so happens that to get you out of your comfort zone, to experience much more success and happiness in your life, you have to be pushed. Perhaps this person is being pushed into now looking out for a job where he gets a better pay, a better package, more comfort, perhaps greater opportunity for success in the future. So all the time, judging what we experience is really not the solution. Judging is going to get us nowhere. It is only when I act out of mindfulness and this faith that whatever is happening is good for me. Then you see, I may have pain, but there'll be no suffering. I may get tired, but there is no mental fatigue that keeps me low and depressed. So judging other people or judging your own life is never going to help you get anywhere. It's only when I act out of the guidance and inspiration I receive that I really start to see improvement in my life. So generally, when a person goes through a very hard time, they will somehow, if they keep faith in themselves, find a way and get to see, in fact, even greater success in their life. Look at people who have achieved extraordinary success. They've experienced rock bottoms in their life. They have failed, people have rejected them, they've lost their homes, they've lost everything they made, but then they didn't give up. And then what happened? Today, people like them are known in the world because of their ideas, because of their talents, their skills. They have been able to have huge impacts on the world simply because they didn't give up on their ideas, they didn't give up on themselves. So people and all the circumstances they experience should be looked upon as opportunities. So what is the opportunity behind the challenge that you're facing in your life? That is what you need to look at. Have trust that God knows better. Besides, let's look at the spiritual significance behind a problem. You see, every religious text, spiritual text tells us everything you face in your life is coming to you from your own past. It's your own destiny which is playing out in your life because you have a lot of patterns and karmic cycles that you have to undergo. You've taken birth again. Perhaps there's something that you have not been able to settle in the previous life. Even if you don't believe in this concept of previous lives, past lives, remember this, that energy we understand today through science cannot be created nor destroyed. So what you have experienced in terms of even an interaction with someone, an experience, can't be destroyed. So what you're experiencing today is nothing but a memory replaying in your own life. Maybe you picked up that memory in your childhood, but it's going to show up in your life. So if you felt unsupported, unloved in your childhood, you see, you grow up with this need for love. And this need soon turns into being needy for love because you've craved for it, you've not got it. So a part of you called the subconscious gets resentful for it. That's how you attract wrong experiences in your life. And then it would not be right to blame God in the universe because you see, God in the universe is not doing it. God is not the punisher. He is in fact the protector. So you should seek His guidance, seek His grace whenever you experience a problem. But know this, that energy and vibration is bringing you results. So actually sometimes good people experience problems because perhaps their focus is not right. They are really nice people, they are God-fearing people, but perhaps they are not focusing on the right things. They don't understand the power of their mind and vibrations, and maybe, they're thinking not so positively about their life. They're complaining about their health. Maybe they're frustrated in their relationships. And even if they're not sharing this with others, if they're worrying a lot about something, if you're constantly feeling bad about something, that's what you're putting out into the universe. You're saying, I want more of this. So many times what you attract is not only coming from your destiny, from your bhagya, it's also coming from wrong focus. You've not been focusing on the right stuff. You don't understand that your power to create your life is coming from your power to focus. If you're not focusing on the right things, you will attract the wrong stuff. Even if you're a really nice person, which means you've always done good to others, you will attract bad outcomes and experiences. So I think instead of judging, complaining, wondering why this is so, let's work on improving our energy. Even if there's a loved one that needs help, let them know that if they shift their focus, if they believe in themselves, if they seek guidance from God in the universe, guidance will come, solutions will come, inspiration will come. And never feel so disappointed and dejected that things will not change in your life. Things will change. Because even if everything is coming to you from your past, you have been given a mind today that can choose, that can decide, that can focus. And that's how you can change your life. Because if you change your focus, you change your feelings, you will be able to overcome your past. Remember, the past and the present, any one of them has the power to dominate your results. If you are consciously living your life today, if you're focusing on improving your energy, it will overcome your destiny. Because God and the universe want you to reach your highest potential. God is not punishing you. God is not waiting to see you suffer. He is in fact helping you to get inspired. Control your life and your results by understanding that you have come here to give, to forgive, to love, and to heal. So unless you are not loving and healing, unless you're not giving and forgiving, you're not learning your lessons. Perhaps that is the reason why our situations haven't changed. So I hope this video has given you that assurance and that inspiration to keep working on yourself. Also encourage other people with problems to not give up. Situations will change. God's grace can wipe out mountains of sins. So even if you've been a good person and you've been suffering, remember, God is recording everything. He's seeing you undergo this suffering with love, with joy, with faith that He will rid you of all your sins. Keep that faith and you will achieve success, healing that you want. Here's wishing you all the very best. Namaste.